Yo, what's up, man? I just got to make a video about this. A disturbing. I'm looking at. I was reading the comments on Ice Cube and Gary Gray interview at the Breakfast Club, and this girl was talking about this female made a comment saying Ice Cube was a square. He never was a real gangster. He never sold dope. He never was in the street and all this bullshit. Which that's bullshit. You can't rap about the shit that Ice Cube rapped about if you wasn't in the street back in those days. Um, I just, I'm just sick of the black community thinking the black youth, the black. I mean, there's a reason. I mean, with that mentality that she has, it's no wonder that majority of blacks, well, the majority of the prison system is filled with blacks because the females think, and this is a female said this. See, that's one of the reasons why it's so many black male youths in prison because the females encourage violent, criminal, um, gangster behavior a lot of times. She said, Q was a square, so because he didn't participate, he came from a good family, came from a had a good father in his life, good mother and father who raised him right. And that's how the black American youth should be raised. See, when you're in gangs, when you're selling dope, when you're doing all this criminal activity because your parents ain't doing their job. And that what really makes you a square. That makes you a lame when you're out here thugging, when you're out here robbing, when you're out here killing your own folks, being ignorant as fuck, selling dope, uh, being in the gang, shit that's gonna jeopardize your future, your career in life. And you don't want to go to prison. I mean, these so-called tough boys that go to prison, a lot of them end up getting raped, gang raped, beat up. So what's cool about getting gang raped? What's cool about getting stabbed and beat up in prison? Oh, that right there is square to me. You know, that right there is not cool. What's cool is having good grades. What's cool is coming from a good family. What's cool is staying out of negative gang banging activity, negative street activity. That's cool. Ice Cube is the coolest motherfucker alive because what he did, he's a very talented person. He turned the negative into a positive, uh, and he won doing it. He wasn't a gangster. Well, not in that sense. If he was, I would say he's a positive gangster. I would say that because Ice Cube is a gangster. He is gangster. He is hard now, but he's a positive. There's two type of gangsters: positive gangsters and negative gangsters. The positive gangsters are the one that are real men that stand up for what they believe is right. Positive gangsters on the same level as revolutionary. Stand up for what is right. Don't do activity that's going to jeopardize your freedom. Well, don't do negative activity that's gonna hurt you or somebody else, like selling dope, robbing people, you know, being in a gang that uh that terrorizes your own neighborhood, your own community. That's being a negative, evil type of person. That that's what negative gangsters are. Q was a positive gangster. Him and Tupac was very similar, and especially the young Ice Cube. And I think Tupac learned a lot from Ice Cube, the young one. But yeah, this whole fucking notion of you a square if you not street smart or you not being in the street. You know, you can be street smart without actually being in a gang, being in the street doing negative activity, like I said. Uh, but even if you're not street smart, it still don't make you square. You know, stay in your lane. If you're smart, I think that's the coolest motherfucker in the world. A person that's smart, a person that's intelligent, a person that's inventing stuff, building stuff, helping his people, helping the world, serving the community, serving the world, having his own business, leading by example. That's a awesome motherfucker, cool ass motherfucker to me. The squares, the dumb motherfuckers are the thugs, the ones that in gangs. Them the dumb motherfuckers, the thugs, the ones in gangs, the ones selling dope. Them the stupidest motherfuckers alive. They the squarest motherfuckers out there because they doing shit that's gonna get them 20 to life in prison. I used to want to be a drug dealer when I was growing up. The neighborhood dope man, most popular nigga in our city, had about 3 cars. Motherfucker had money. He was a dope dealer. I used to see him driving up and down the street with new cars and shit, and I like, damn, that's who I want to be, right? But then he gets caught. He gets caught. Him and his whole team gets caught. That was 20 years ago in '94. And they still doing time in prison right now, Fed time. Yeah. So tell me who you want to be. Who's the fucking square? You want to be like that? You want to be that dude? No, I don't want to be that dude. BMF, Big Meech, all them was balling hard. Now, where's Big Meech now? In prison, having a hard time. Do I want to be like that? Black community, the black youth, y'all gotta wake the fuck up, man. Stop being a fucking zombie. Stop being a tool. Use a fucking common sense, man. We probably the lowest race on this planet, man. Because of the way we think. Our whole vibe is negative and stupid because of the way we think. You know, we gotta start changing. We gotta change. That's what Tupac was all about. Change. Change for the better. So hell yeah, Cube is the most gangster, the positive gangster, you know? And I used to be on that dumb shit too, saying Cube was fake. Yeah, I used to say that. I used to think about that, but I wised up, man. Cube is a positive fucking gangster. And Dub C know it. Dub C a real gangster. But who he fucking with? He fucking with Cube. Mac 10 was a real gangster, but who he fucking with? He fucking with Cube. Cause they know Cube is gangster. But he's a righteous gangster. You know? That's what it's all about. That's what Dub C will tell you. That's what it's all about. Doing the right thing. Dub C was probably doing negative shit when he was in the gang. But Dub C is turned his life around and now is a positive gangster, doing great things. So that's where it's at. So all you motherfuckers that's selling drugs and all this shit, y'all are squares, man. The ones that in the street and doing robbing people, y'all the fucking squares. Shooting people, no, y'all the motherfucking squares. And that's the mentality that needs to take over. We have this mentality, then it wouldn't be so many blacks in prison. I'm sick of it. I don't, and I listen to these rappers for entertainment, man. Anyway, I don't care what they do in their real life. A lot of these, like Young Jeezy, I like Young Jeezy. he talk about selling dope, but I look at that as entertainment. You know, I like his voice. I like his swag, but that don't mean I want to go out there and do what Young Jeezy do, because I know what he's talking about is some square shit. It's square shit. It's negative shit. But you can turn a negative to a positive because you can take that as motivation and you can look at it as something that's entertainment. But yeah, that's it, man.